I'm a friendly person. So yeah, but it meant absolutely nothing. Like I wouldn't act on it. I would not give them my number. It's just, I see you with your shirt off, but that's it. It didn't go. I think they didn't take me serious. I didn't take them serious. But
wait,
I thought it was getting serious. No.
This feels like an after show.
I heard that's wrong.
Thirsty. I have a girl code that I think
He can't
everybody
like. He
will probably
can't like. I don't care if it's a picture of the dog on the page. Nobody better like.
Like I feel like you should look at it like I deserve this. Yes, this is my money.
I was looking on social media. I don't know, maybe like last week. I'm sure y'all saw the clip where the guy kicked the girl out of the car leaving the airport because he was under the impression that they were gonna like have sex, and she changed her mind. Was like, nah, and he took her back to the airport, canceled her flight, and everything. Did y'all see that?
I didn't see that.
I didn't watch the whole clip, but this is what I gathered from the headlines and stuff. So Takara didn't see it. Did you, Shanita? Did you or Deontay see it?
Pink luggage and pink pants or something on.
I don't remember. I just remember that was.
But it was talking about that.
Yeah,
I saw a little bit of it.
I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, so I feel like that's the scenario. So my question for y'all is one. Okay, my question for Deontay is one. Do you think guys expect sex if they spend out a certain amount of money on a female?
No, I don't think it's necessarily that they expect sex if they spend a certain amount of money on a female. I think that depending on the circumstance that they may be anticipating like something is going to happen. I think in this scenario, he flew her out. They was out of town and he thought like, okay, good things. It's going to be a great time. And she did what some people do. Some people, they down for the, I don't really want to do that. But yeah, she did what some people do. And I guess she didn't want to make, she wasn't down for a good time. She was there, just for the experience. And it didn't work out. But no, I don't think that, again, it's clear expectations. I mean, I don't know what she said to him to get him to buy that ticket. But typically when you go out of town with somebody, if you ain't down for the party, you probably should let them know.
Okay, so that's my overall question. If somebody fly you out, male or female, do you think they're gonna expect sex from you? Like, do y'all think the other person, like, they should be prepared for that?
I mean, in my mind, I would hope not, but probably, yeah.
Probably, yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I feel like there are probably females that are like, oh no, he just doing it out the kindness of his heart.
No, don't be stupid.
Yeah. Because
or naive. Really, I don't want to say stupid. Naive. Don't be naive.
Yeah. And I had something similar. Now, he didn't fly me out, but we was going to a concert out of town, which was probably like, I don't know, 2.5 hours away from here. And so he came and he said, when he was picking me up, he was like, oh, you might want to bring a change of clothes. Immediately, I'm like, I'm not spending the night. So I grabbed a change of clothes. He was like, you're not going to get, a bag or nothing like that. And I'm like, no, I'm good with this. So I literally just brought like one outfit to change. And so when we get there, like he never said anything. So after the concert was over with, he was like, okay, I got us a hotel. No, I didn't bring anything. And he was like, well, we can go to the store and buy stuff. And I was like, no. I said, I go back home. He was like, well, I'm tired. I'm not going back home. He was like, I'm not driving. I drive. And so he was mad. Like he literally didn't say anything to me the whole way home. But he brought me home. But I'm like, later, he was like, well, I had planned for us to go to breakfast, go walk on the beach, all this stuff. But no. I'm like, you didn't tell me. So in my mind, I'm thinking you was expecting something. But we
that's
didn't.
The girl, though. Like, that's possibly the girl situation. In her mind, he just doing it out the kindness of his heart. Because to me, 2.5 hours, that's a big deal. Like, if I was a guy, I'd be like, somebody gonna do something.
Like, you just gonna surprise me and tell me I'm gonna sleep in the same room with you. Mm-mm.
No, so you know what I would say, honestly, like I said, don't, in some situations you just got to use your good old common sense, and also don't put yourself in situations that you cannot get yourself out of. Don't go to places with men, that and not be in a position where you can't get yourself home, where you can't be like, oh, okay, I could take myself home. Oh, I could get myself a room, or XYZ. Be able to do exactly what your expectation is of them to do.
So why? So did she not have the money? Like, why didn't she stay?
Actually, I don't know if she stayed or not. I know her ticket was canceled, so I hope she had her own money to buy her own ticket and to do whatever she needed to do. So I don't know that part of the story, but I feel like if you're gonna do it, then I have like stuff like a backup plan. If someone, if someone is doing a lot of things for me, like a lot of different things, I always try to have a backup plan for stuff, because people can be fickle regardless of who they are. I just feel like people need a backup plan regardless.
Well, let me ask you a question though, since you guys brought this statement up. The thing is, I think that there's opportunists on both sides, right? Some men, and I'm gonna be completely transparent with you, they do things with the intentions of getting something. Some women, they go on dates just so they can visit new restaurants. They date people just to see what they can get new, just for the sake of exchange. Most of the time,
said that one of us said that on a different show. I'm not gonna tell you who though, but one of us said that they do that. I'm not gonna say who it was.
Really, really. But and so, but the thing is, it's a real thing. And I actually talked to somebody about this, I think randomly at the barbershop, and we were talking about how people do things, again, particularly women do things. I kid you not, complete transparency. I've dated, went on a date with people before, a woman before, and they was literally just wanted to go to a steak restaurant. They had no intentions of anything else. They was like, this is what I go out all the time. I can visit new restaurants. I can just go on a date if I want to go to a new restaurant. And I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. And sometimes, again, on both sides, guys will take you out on a date solely with the intent of it. So I think you got to know who you're dealing with, set clear expectations, and be, and just be conscious of the fact of, hey, just because I'm doing this, I'm not doing what you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not expecting anything. You're not gonna get anything. You're not getting cookies because I'm going out on a date with you because you bought me dinner. You're not getting cookies because you flew me out. I think you just have to be intentional and
people rarely say that. Like, nobody is ever, like, people are usually like, I'm gonna let you do as much as you do for me, and that's on you. At the end of the day, I ain't promised you nothing. You did it because you did it.
Oh, that was the car on the last
No,
show.
absolutely not. It definitely wasn't me. It was not me. Was it me? I would never.
It's some silence on the phone. On this.
No. I'm silent because I'm trying to figure out where was this date that Takara told us nothing about.
It wasn't he. Girl, that wasn't me. He was not referring to me.
Like, do you think there's any guys that will really just fly you out and not expect anything?
I think there are some guys, like, I feel like the women that do that, they know the guys to ask, for that, and they won't have to give up anything because they will ask the good guys. So, like, the good guys get used by the women with bad intentions, and the good women get used by the men with bad intentions.
Yeah.
But something you said, Deontay, like, I had a question. So, do you think that, because I feel like guys, the way that guys look at women and sex is the way that women look at men and their money?
Yes.
I feel like a lot of guys haven't picked up on that yet. And they're like, women are gold diggers, and I don't understand that. And it's kind of like, well, y'all have been like trying to get sex out of us without even getting to know us for like all our entire life. So now women, like, things have changed. And women are like, yeah, I want to treat you like you've been treating me, but I have a different expectation though. Like my expectation is money, yours is sex. Do you feel like that's where we're at right now?
Like, is it a fair exchange at this point?
I don't think it's a fair exchange. I don't think you should do that for the sake of getting something, like, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the value of sex has been reduced down to, or intimacy has been reduced down to exchange. You know what I'm saying? To that type of I hate to say it, it is what it is. Monetary giving, whatever you want to put it, as the exchange. And more women are more vocal about it, I think, nowadays than ever before. I've heard women say, like, you got to spend some money if you. I'm not doing nothing until you spend some money. And I'm like,
I think that's the difference, right? I think women were always doing it before, but now they're like, pay me for my pain. So make it worth my while.
A woman may have been like, oh, I need money for light bill, phone bill, like to eat or whatever. Like they would have came up with a reason, and now women are more blunt. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. Yeah, they're way more vocal. Like, yo, hey, buy me Louis. Take me. You got to fly me out. I'm telling you, that's probably why he thought it was going down, because a lot of women are very. I mean, you can hear it now even in the female rap lyrics. A lot of women say, "Fly me out." He fly me out. Fly me out, and for me to do something. And people do a little something strange for a piece of change. That's what they say.
I just want a big piece of change,
though, because I just feel like it's so much missing. Because I think, like, if it's the same person, I'm thinking of a lot of people is like, well, who's recording you? If you was there by yourself, who was recording it?
Yeah, I feel like there's more to the story because it was just too convenient.
Yeah.
I feel like most things that trend are not real. Like most of them are planned. So, but I still thought it was a good topic though, because I also heard people say that based on how the conversation went, she may have said, oh, I'm definitely doing this. Like, I'm going to give it up. So like, she may have agreed upon it before she left home. And when she got there and she saw him, she was like, oh no, I'm not going to.
You have the right to change your mind.
Yeah, no means no. I think,
but also but be prepared to cover your expenses if you change your mind.
Exactly. I 100% agree. I think that's the key.
So, what do you think it takes in this time, like 2022, for a guy to respect a female and actually look at her as girlfriend, wifey material versus an opportunity?
Standards, as well as, and it goes back to this is a good kind of segue from the conversation we have. Most women now date with the intent of getting something. It's more so about, what can you do for me? You know what I mean? Like, can you pay my bills, or can you do this for me? It's more so about getting rather than giving. And I think, not necessarily saying you got to be equal give, like you got to have, the amazing job. You got to be able to match the person financially. But I think having standards and then having something, bringing something to the table that says that I'm wife material. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm a nurturer. Hey, I don't necessarily want to make it domesticated things like cooking and cleaning, but hey, I want to be there for you spiritually, mentally, physically. I think you have to bring more value to the table. And then you also got to have to find someone who may be ready to go that route. Because a lot of them good women that do have that, they chasing somebody who's not really, at that point of marriage and wife. Ready.
There's not that many that actually want that. And then those females that do have standards, you're looked at as being boring, not entertaining. Is not anything that a guy wants. You want someone that looks like a model and someone that is going to be good entertainment for when you're going out to match your fly.
Not necessarily. I think it depends on who you're dating. Maybe that might be the pool that woman might be dealing in. There's a whole lot of people we pass up that are absolutely everything we probably really want, but on the outside they may not be. They may not, they may not be Morris Chestnut or Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, this dude is a totally good guy. He has a job. He even got land, as my grandmother would say. But yet you just passing him up because he's not Morris Chestnut. You know what I mean? Maybe he's something about him that you just like, yeah, nah, you know, he worked at a construction job. He don't work in the corporate world. I don't know. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of good people out there. I think you just really gotta, or you gotta, if not, you gotta find that person that you know what you may, if you feel that positive and happy about them, you gotta, you know, I hate to say it, you may want to go ahead and invest that time and energy with them, and wait till they get to that point. I don't know.
But you said basically somebody who you know ain't, I guess, marriage material, and just try to wait until they get ready.
I'm saying you either choose Leroy, who probably is not Morris Chestnut, and you go ahead and he's a good man that's gonna take good care of you, gonna hold the door for you, hold your hand, or you deal with Marcus, and you wait for Marcus to get his life together. Then, if you know, if you want to go ahead.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
What does that mean?
I'm simply saying. Why would you?
No,
do
but
this?
what does that mean? Wait for Marcus to get his life together. In what ways?
In her scenario, I'm saying there's a lot of good men out here who's ready, who's pursuing you, who's serious about you, and a lot of women pass him up because he does not look like Morris Chestnut. He's not Idris Elba, and you rather wait on Marcus. I mean, or you rather deal with Marcus. I'm just throwing out a random name. I said, so either you're gonna go and choose this gentleman who may be Leroy, who does not look like Morris Chestnut, but he has all his chips, has everything in order. He's intentional about you. Either you're gonna choose him, or you're gonna settle for Marcus, who may never be ready, or you know, who you know, maybe when he turned 50 and can't move like he moved now, he might want to settle down. So I think you have to make that decision. But at the end of the day, all I'm simply saying is to Shanice's question. I think that the people are out there. Sometimes we just pass them by because they don't fit the bill that we think is the right match.
So I have a question, and it's actually a question that we asked amongst each other, I think last week or the week before. Do you think that in a marriage, you're going to have to deal with some type of infidelity?
It's quiet on the phone.
Okay. I thought it was a group discussion.
No, we already answered.
We did.
We'll tell you what we said after you tell us what you think.
I don't necessarily think you're gonna have to deal with some infidelity. I mean,
and there are extremes. You know, there could be like emotional cheating, there could be physical cheating, there could, you know, a wide variety.
Yeah, I think that I'm kind of 50-50.
You kind of rambling.
Yeah, I am rambling because I don't know how I can be about this situation. I think you have to deal with some sense of whether, you know, there's going to be some sense of some issues. Maybe it's not infidelity. Maybe the guy might be addicted to gambling. You know what I mean? Or maybe he might, you know, I think there's going to be some sense of issues. I don't think it's always infidelity. I know a lot of people who've never cheated on their wife. A lot of guys, but I mean, they have other issues. You know, so I don't want to necessarily say infidelity, but I think you're going to deal with some type of problem. I don't know what that could be, but I think that you should go in understanding that it may just be as bad as infidelity, but it may, no, to answer your question, no.
So do you want to know what we said?
Yeah, sure.
You got the car.
I said, I think that in a situation where you're marrying someone and it's truly unconditional, I do think that you're going to have to come up against something where, you know, people are imperfect. They are definitely imperfect. And I think that when you marry the right person, and if not in a situation where it's habitual, but because we're imperfect, you may meet somebody and end up, you know, emotionally cheating on your spouse. It could be the woman, it could be the man. You never know. Because in my mind, I don't believe that I would be the type of person that would cheat, but you just never know what type of situations you'd be in, you know? So I think that you're going to have to forgive somebody something at some point. Shanita, what did you say?
I said I don't believe that every guy cheat. I don't feel like you should have to deal with infidelity in a relationship. Personally, I don't think that's something that I would be able to deal with. But like we said, you never know until you're actually in that situation. But I don't feel that all men cheat. I just think a lot of the ones we've came across cheat.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with Takara, and I think what Takara was saying is that anybody can cheat. Like, it could be me, like it could be the woman. Like, I don't plan on cheating, but I feel like if you put a person in a situation, anything is possible in a moment. Not to say it's right, but anything is possible at any time with a person. Do I think I can accept it? I think I would accept the emotional cheating. Like, I can get past that. You've been on the phone, I'm gonna be hurt for a while. You sneeze the wrong way, it may be over. But the physical cheating, I already know I can't accept that one. Because to me, it's more mental. Like, when you cheat, for me, like all the stuff we've done sexually, and now you've done this with someone else while we were together, I can't go forward with you sexually at this point. It's not gonna happen because a lot of stuff is cut off now. Nope.
But see, I think mental cheating is worse than physical.
I'm not saying it's not worse. I'm saying what I can deal with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what the car said. I think mental, emotional cheating is much worse. I mean, because I want to know what he tell you. How can you pour your heart out to him or her?
Yeah.
Share that with me. I don't know, but I think we got to spend more time in the beginning of marriage or in the beginning of relationship discussing how to how to deal with these things before they come.
Yeah,
I think that's cute in theory. But like real life happens. You know what I mean? Like real deal stresses happen. Like people's family members get sick, things happen with your children, and like you know what I mean? And you're dealing with these everyday issues with your job, and you're the boss, and you have coworkers who are crappy. You know what I mean? And then somebody comes along and you just, it's an easy outlet because you don't have real life bills with them and you don't have real life, you know what I mean? It just is easy. So yes, it sounds cute. Like, we done talked about this beforehand and we know the right things to do and we know the right conversations to have, but I'm not going to do that when my mind is half clouded and it's easy over here and this is too much work.
Well, sounds like you need a
like I need a what?
Nothing.
But I'm speaking truth.
No, I get it. Yeah, I think, yeah, okay.
So I have a question for Shanita and Deontay. So have y'all been in a relationship and, have been flirting with a coworker, someone in the grocery store, a church member?
My eyes twitching. Go ahead, sorry.
Like, have y'all ever done that? Like, just a relationship and been flirting?
Relationship? Yes and no. Like, the gym I used to work at, I'm a friendly person, so yeah, but it meant absolutely nothing. Like, I wouldn't act on it. I would not give them my number. It's just, I see you with your shirt off, but that's it. It didn't go. I think they didn't take me serious. I didn't take them serious. But
wait,
I thought it was getting serious. No. Why you go on mute?
Okay. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know if, sometimes people, as flirting in the grocery store, and unintentionally flirting or intentionally flirting.
Either one.
I probably unintentionally flirted with some people.
How do you
unintentionally flirt?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people take this stuff differently. You can walk with somebody and say, "Hey, good morning, how you doing? How's your day?" And they can be the wrong person. They might take that as you flirting with.
No, change.
Depends on who's looking at them, because I've been in conversations with somebody with people, and people be like, "Oh, you talked to her for a long time," and I'm like, I only said, "Hey, how you doing?" I didn't even say anything. And some people take it the wrong way. But I mean, again, I think it just really depends on some people. I'm telling you, I've had conversations with somebody. I spoke to people the exact same way. Good morning. How you doing? How was your day? How's your week? And I kid you not, somebody would take that as me flirting and, you know,
So what you're saying is that you've never been at work or at the gym or at church and been in a relationship and flirted with somebody on purpose. Is that what you're saying? Because I feel like you're trying not to answer.
No, I probably have. Have.
Okay. Okay. So both of y'all take that situation and then think about you having trouble with your person at home. Now you got somebody that just easy and you know it don't mean anything, but at some point, you know, a week go by and y'all at lunch after you've been having trouble with, like, that's how it could happen. It could just sneak up innocent.
But for me, before I go there, I would have exhausted all options trying to build that back with you, connect with you. And it's pretty much, if I get to that point, it's over with. Like, we just there. Like, but that's not going to be my first option or the first time, you know, we going through a rough patch. I'm just going to look for somebody else. No, I'm going to look for you. When I get silent, that's when you going to know, oh, somebody else is getting this attention.
Well, I guess that's going to be it for me. Did y'all have any more questions? Deontay, do you have any questions? Like, if you could ask a female anything about whatever, do you have any questions that you want to ask us three ladies from a male or just your perspective in general?
You guys put me on the spot.
I mean, you could take a couple of seconds, minutes to think about it. You know, no need to rush.
Yeah. Say that again.
I said we have different opinions.
No, I like it. I like all the opinions. I like it that everybody don't agree. You know, I like the different perspectives. So that's definitely good. I would say, that's a good question. Man, I wish I should have came prepared for questions as women, for women. No, I mean,
struggling with, like, to connect with females or to understand why females do a certain thing.
No, I mean, of course, there's always questions in regards to that, right? I mean, I would love to hear some of y'all, you know, you guys stated challenges of finding new or a good man. I would want to know why is that so hard why do you guys feel like it's so hard to find someone good? Do you guys think that you guys see it, that again, I talked about Leroy and Marcus. I think it's like so many guys out there that's available. I think sometimes women just pass up on the good guys for some reason and they choose the fools.